welcome back to my channel. It's Najat Nicole here. I am on my way to the gym once again. We are officially on week 5 of the entire Snatched for Summer series that I've been doing on my channel. Like I've been saying, if you guys haven't subscribed by now, you are missing a bunch of workouts, fitness tips, dietary stuff, meal plans, meal prep, and everything. Look in the description box if you guys missed my last video. But for this week, we're doing another full week of workouts. So I'm on my way. It's Monday now. It's 7 a.m. A little bit dreary outside, but after doing this for like 5 weeks right now, I think this video is going to be week 6, but Mondays are the hardest day. They really are. And I think that's why I chose to do legs on Monday too. But all right, let's get this week started. What's up, guys? So for the first leg day of this week, I started off with these barbell back squats. If you guys have watched my prior week of workouts, then you know that I always like to start out with a power move, just because at the beginning of your workout, that's when you have the most energy. If you want to hit any PRs or build some strength in some of these moves, then you definitely don't want to wait until the end of the workout to do this, because you'll just be gassed. But here I started off with some lighter weight and then moved on to the heaviest weight that's more comfortable for me. Even if you're bumping up the weight, you still want to make sure that your form is good. You still want to make sure that your legs aren't buckling inward, or you're not getting that parallel angle with your legs in the bottom of the squat. So just make sure when you're moving up the weight that you're still maintaining that form. Next, I moved on to these reverse lunges on the barbell. So reverse lunges are really good for targeting the glute, and it's definitely a challenge to do this right after squatting. So try this out and you'll just see how much you start feeling that burn. Make sure to go slow and controlled with these, because you can easily lose your balance. But right after that, I moved straight into these good mornings, which is more of a hamstring focused exercise. What I focus on for my cues here is to keep my spine neutral while I just push my hips back and get that stretch in the hamstrings. It feels a little weird when you first start doing these, but adding these to your more hamstring focused days, you'll definitely feel sore after these. Now moving into more of the meat of the workout, started off here with some plyo jumping lunges, just 3 sets of 10 here. If these are kind of hard on your knees, then definitely just do more of a slow and controlled version of these, where you're just going into each lunge one at a time. Next, I moved on to some goblet squats. If you're looking to focus more on either the hamstrings or the quads with this move, then I recommend using a plate, where you can use the plate to lift your toes up to focus more on the hamstrings and pushing more through your heels, or you can use the plate to lift your heels and push through your toes, which will focus more on the quads. Then after this, I did some kettlebell swings to get the glutes activated. With these, you really want to focus on that thrusting motion and hinging at the hips to really feel it more in the glutes. Next, I moved on to these walking lunges that I love to use as a burnout. For these, I don't really count my reps for these. I just go back and forth through whatever room I'm in the gym. So I recommend just finding a nice long stretch of your gym to just do these back and forth, and my cue is to just go at least 3 times the length. And lastly, I ended this workout with just a simple leg press, and I wanted to really focus on more of the glutes and hamstrings here. You really want to try to place your feet a little higher than normal, and then point your toes outward and push through your heels to get more of the glutes and hamstrings activated instead of the quads. Does anyone else plan what they're going to listen to for cardio on their walk or drive over to the gym? Because right now, I don't know what to do. My usual podcast is not up. They are late, and I have a 30-minute 30-minute steady cardio to do right now on Back and Abs Day. It's Tuesday, and I don't know what I'm going to listen to, guys. Cardio is literally the worst, but it must be done, you know? I need something to push me through it. I need something that's actually going to be entertaining, that I can focus on more than what I'm actually doing in the moment. So, great way to start off today. All Cardio, cardio, cardio. We all hate it, but like I said, it must be done. So today I'm starting off my back and abs workout with just a steady state straight cardio where I'm just running on the treadmill for 30 minutes straight at pretty low intensity. Whenever I do low intensity steady cardio, I just pop on a podcast and try to focus more on what I'm listening to instead of what I'm actually doing, because I hate doing this. And I choose to do it at the beginning of my workout just to get it out of the way and be able to really just focus on the weight training afterwards. Next, I moved into my power back move that I like to do, because one of my goals, I think I've mentioned before, is to officially do a proper pull-up. So I'm really trying to work on this here by doing these assisted pull-ups. I just do about 4 sets of 5 here just to get that mind to body connection that's really going to help me throughout this workout. Next, I moved on to these cable lat pull-downs where I'm going from a single arm pull-down from each arm into a double pull-down. And when you're working your back, it's definitely important to go really slow and controlled, just because it's hard to really feel that activation in your back. Being a little slower helps you to really feel that tension and ensures that your back is really getting activated. Here I moved on to these hammer strength rows, and this machine can be a little intimidating at first because it kind of looks a little weird when you walk up to it, but I think it's one of my new favorite machines to work on my back because you can really up the weight on these and really get that tension and muscle mind connection here. So I'm just doing a double to single arm row. Then I moved on to the hammer strength pull downs, and these really had my back burning, and I felt so sore in places I never even knew were in my back immediately after doing these. Next, I moved into these cable close grip lat pull downs. It's the same story here. You really want to go very slow and controlled and make sure that you're pulling down to your chest and not really swinging. I see that a lot in the gym with people just swinging back and forth. Then moving on to the straight arm lat pull down that really focuses a lot on the area right around the bra fat, which a lot of women struggle with, and if you do, I recommend adding this to your back day. And to top off this workout, I ended with these last 3 core moves where I really tried to focus on the full range of abs and then also on the lower abs and upper abs. So the lower abs are really being hit with these rainbows. This move is really killer for the lower abs. You'll definitely feel the burn immediately once you start doing these. And then I hit more of the upper abs with this last move, going from a reverse crunch into the flutter kicks at the bottom of the motion that also touch a little bit on the lower abs as well. All right, so it is lunchtime. I'm taking my lunch break from work, so I'm about to at least get a head start on a lot of my chores that I have to do. A lot of times the beginning of the week for me is just chores. So right now I'm doing some laundry. As you can see, too much. And it's all of this is gym clothes. Every single thing. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna head and do, and then maybe figure out some lunch. I'm probably gonna have a turkey wrap for lunch. Just something simple, easy. And then tonight I already made a meal prep of turkey taco salad, so I'm pretty much set. And I'm so excited. Tomorrow is my rest day. It's hard keeping a new habit up, but we're doing it and we're going strong. let's get to folding. I'm not a great folder, so don't judge me. I should have looked this up because I never do it right. This is gonna be a hot mess. Sometimes it's not about the presentation, it's about the contents. I'm just gonna leave it like that. All right, quick taste test here. Everything is going to fall out of this, but that pico. What's up, guys? Today is Wednesday. I am out walking my dog right now. She's being just a little dramatic, but that's usual for her. So today is my rest day, as you guys know. So I'm just gonna, do my usual stretching this morning before I get online and start some work. But it is such a nice day in Chicago right now. It's April and it's over 60 degrees. That's like unheard of. I might actually come out here after work and maybe just sit and relax with the pooch. As you can see, she's spinning me in circles. So yeah, but we'll see. The perks of working from home. Get to cuddle my bub. Say hi. What's up, guys? It is Thursday. As you can see, it is raining right now, but we're still going. Rain is no excuse to stop progress. Boulder shoulders, the cooking in the oven, guys. So here I am starting off my shoulder and arms workout with one of my favorite moves, which is just a combination move of a front raise to a lateral raise. And you really want to make sure you're not swinging with these. That really takes away from the entire exercise. Right after this, I moved on to a front raise to a forward press, where I really started to feel the burn in my shoulders and was getting a little bit gassed, but moved on from these into the plate halos that really work the stabilizers in your shoulders. And with these, I recommend just moving very slowly. Any kind of shoulder rotation motion done incorrectly can really open you up to a potential injury. So slow and controlled is the best bet. Now moving on to some arm work. I'm working on my triceps here with this single arm tricep extension. Again, just making sure that you're feeling that tricep stretch and getting that mind to body connection. Then I moved on to a tricep kickback. With these, you really want to focus on keeping your elbows close to your body and just pushing your triceps through and feeling that stretch. Next, I started focusing a little bit more on biceps. So here I'm just doing a cross body hammer curl. And for me, I don't usually work out my biceps, so these had me feeling super sore at the end of the day. And lastly, I ended with these two cable moves to really just burn out the triceps and biceps with a tricep push down and then into a bicep hammer curl to finish out this workout. We here, leg day number 2. Let's go. Guess who's back? Leg day's back. Back again with another leg day of the week, my second leg day. I always try to start out with a little bit of a warm up when I do legs. I didn't show it on the first leg day, but I usually like to hit the Stairmaster with just some high interval training where I'm basically doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off of either walking or some kickbacks in between the steps. And as you can see, this is a pretty intense warm up. I was already dripping sweat by the end of these. But now moving into the meat of the workout, I started off with these reverse lunges into a glute kickback where I'm activating a lot of the glute muscles. And then from here, I moved on to these Romanian deadlifts where I'm keeping my knees slightly stiff and just moving through the motion and pushing my hips backward to really activate the hamstrings. Next, I moved into this combination move, which is probably the harder move of this entire workout, but I'm hitting both the inner thighs and the quads with these. You definitely want to go a little slow at first to kind of get the motion down. After that, I went into these Plyo jumping squats to get a quick burnout in. Moving on to these reverse lunges to a step up that really helps to focus on a lot of balancing as well as the quads. And lastly, to wrap up this workout, I started working on my hip thrust variations. So here I'm just doing a dumbbell normal hip thrust, keeping my feet at a 90-degree angle, and then moving on to more of a single leg hip thrust. I'm not the best at these, but I tried to go super slow and tried to get more of the form down to really burn out the booty. Definitely add these if you're looking for a good booty burnout. Friday night, just walking the dog right now and about to go probably just chill at home, maybe chill out here a little bit. It's so nice out. Then I'm gonna pick up some White Claws because this week was pretty intense, and you know, sometimes you gotta indulge yourself. Finally, we made it to the final workout of the week. This workout is killer. It's a high intensity full body workout. I'm starting off here with some barbell hip thrusts. And again, like I've been saying, every day of the week, I choose a power move. And for my hit days, my power move is the hip thrust. I'm really trying to get a little bit better at doing those. After that, I moved on to my combination moves where I try to hit both lower body and upper body at the same time. So here you can see I'm doing a reverse lunge to an overhead press, so hitting shoulders and the lower body. Next, I moved into these stiff leg RDLs to an upright row, just 3 sets of 10 here. If you want to feel an extra stretch in your hamstrings, I recommend putting a plate under your toes and pushing through your heels, which will give you a little bit more elevation here. Now moving on to a lower body and back combo. I'm doing a single leg RDL to further burn out the hamstrings, and then on the way up I'm pulling into a back row with one arm. So if you try this out, you would want to do 3 sets of 10 on each side. After that, I moved on to more core and upper body combinations. So here I'm doing a plank to a Renegade Row. With these, you want to make sure that you're not pushing your hips too far back, and when you're pulling up the row, you want to focus on pulling your elbows right back to the side of your body. Next, I moved on to these reverse V-ups, and when you're doing these, you'll definitely feel a stretch in your abs as you crawl back forward. Just make sure that you're keeping it relatively stable and controlled. And lastly, I ended with this more power move where I'm adding in some arm work. So I'm moving from a plank into a squat, then a bicep curl, which honestly had me gassed at the end, as you can see. If you try this one out, guys, it is no joke. Hey, Mitch.
Hey.
What are we doing? So stop making fun of me. He's making fun of my TikToks. But right now it's Sunday. We're doing active rest. So we're just going for a long walk and gonna hit up my new favorite matcha coffee bar. It just opened up in Chicago and it's so good. And Mitch didn't get to try it the last time, so I wanted him to try one.
Yeah, it's $19 a glass, so that's kind of why I didn't get one for
$9
myself.
a glass. A glass, it's like a vent. It's a huge venti cup.
That means 20 ounces.
Right. Gonna enjoy the neighborhood, the sights. Whoops, it fell. neighborhood,
Yeah.
the sights, and then chill for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, we just picked up the matchas from Matchasita in Lincoln Park. So this is what did we get? The CBD almond milk lavender matcha.
I'm so fucking high.
What's wrong with you? So what's your verdict? What does it taste like?
Tastes like Fruit Loops. It's really good. This is definitely a chick drink.
Very
But I'm,
chick drink.
Spreading my wings, spreading my legs, and try.
Good God. Jesus. This is so good. Definitely highly recommend if you're in Chicago. Alright, but I think that's pretty much it for this week of workouts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to follow the rest of this series. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!